So I made these videos first to address the fact that, I wanted to make videos and I felt insecure about these videos. So I would like to walk into my fears and do things that I'm afraid of and talk about things that I'm afraid of. And one of the things that has been like an issue for me all my life has been that I am a very tall and skinny person. I'm very lanky, or I'm the kind of person you describe as lanky. So I don't know how obvious it is, but so this is it's an IKEA bookshelf, and I am about I'm really tall. For Singaporean standards, right? I'm about 1.95 meters, and so I don't fit in most things. Like this is a size M T-shirt, and if I raise my hands, it's a bit too short. But if I get a size L, it's too big, and so none of my clothes fit me. And I hope to solve that at least partially by bulking up and getting buff. But I mean, it's a work in progress. I have been much skinnier than this in the past. I have been a little bit more buff. But the main reason I don't get fit or I don't get buff the way I would want to, is because I have had food issues my whole life. I've never really enjoyed eating. I've always hated mealtime. I always associated it with like discomfort and displeasure. I think part of that was because um, I never understood how food was prepared. So I would eat like fillet of fish at McDonald's. I'd eat fish and chips. I'd eat. It took me a long time to even eat chicken. I only ate chicken like I think when I was 12 or 13. Before that, I'd just eat fish, rice, vegetables, and I didn't know how food was prepared, so a lot of food looked really icky to me. So I used to be a picky eater until national service. So during national service, you have no choice but to eat whatever they give you, and that kind of helped me, I don't know, confront my food issues a little bit. And sometime this year, I started making my own eggs and learning to drink milk. I used to hate the taste of milk. I'm not sure why. So I used to drink chocolate milk. And I cooked chicken this year for the first time in my life, and that was such a big deal for me. You have no idea. For me to cook and prepare food was for me to finally, prior to preparing my own food, I was confining myself to this reality where I am always dependent on McDonald's and chicken rice and those very few limited options for my food. And if I couldn't find these options, I just go hungry. And so even though I would sometimes hit the gym or whatever, I would just go hungry all the time. I would eat. So even when I look back to my school days, I was constantly malnourished. And it's not my parents' fault. I think as you get older, you realize that you can't blame your parents for. I mean, there's a, as J.K. Rowling said, right? There's an expiry date to how long you can blame your parents for who you are. And I think having my own place helped when I got married and bought a house, and having a kitchen that I can experiment with and not feel bad if I screw things up, that helps. Um, and just if you're really skinny and if you're really really skinny, chances are I think you probably have some food issues, maybe some. I mean, I'm projecting. This is my experience. I had food issues. I had like anxiety, mild. I mean, I don't know. I never thought about it. It never occurred to me. But I realized that in school, for example, I'll never do my homework, and so every morning I would wake up worried about the homework that I had to do or copy from my friends. And so every morning I'd wake up and my stomach would be churning, and because my stomach would be churning, I wouldn't be able to eat, and so I wouldn't have breakfast. And then I just eat really little, so I'll be really skinny, and I have been skinny my whole life. So hopefully I can change things and start eating more and preparing more food. I've been trying more and more kinds of foods lately, and it's pretty interesting. Food is this whole rich universe of texture and taste that's intimidating at first, but you try chicken, you try different kinds of chicken, then you try beef and try different kinds of beef, and you try lamb or whatever, and it's all sustenance, right? And you prepare your own food and you eat healthy and you feel good. So food is just so important. I wish we were taught about it more when we were young. I wish I was instructed in the art of food preparation from childhood. I wish I had learned that instead of geography or chemistry or I mean, food's important, guys.